I think for me, the important thing to remember within housing is it's not the last decision we're ever going to make. I mean, pending what happens with Brexit. But, when I think of in housing, I think of this like old Coca-Cola case study where essentially they were like, God, we buy so much damn movie advertising. Like, let's buy a movie studio. Wouldn't that be so great? And then we could have like all this free movie advertising. And that worked for like 3 years. And then it was like, we make soda. Like, why the fuck do we own a movie studio? So I think there's a little bit of that going on within housing. And some of it's like, hey, we don't need an agency. When we were setting up in housing, I was meeting with people who were like, we buy our own TV. Like, what the hell are agencies good for? Screw that. And then, it's fun to have breakfast with those people now, and they're like, oh no, we're pretty much agency led. Like, that was a fun experiment. When I went to the ANA in-house summit, I think it was this year, maybe last year, but people were lamenting about the woes of like, I came in from an agency and I was a star and I created this in-house agency and we had a brand and we had our own pens, and then like people didn't give us the right briefs, and how can we work in these conditions? And I only, got to work on whatever, as Sir Martin was saying, this one thing. So I think we're going through, an in-housing curious moment where we're all experimenting with some things. And what we want to keep, as Lou said, I imagine that will be different for most of us, and it will be what's business critical versus not. I would be really surprised to find that the majority of brands also want to get into the ad agency business and really commit to that path long term.